What's poppin', y'all? Unfortunately, Brittany Renner is still crashing out, and it seems like that's going to be the only thing that she continues to do. Because one thing that I found quite gross is how she decided to throw her ex under the bus.
Yeah, I recently moved to Mississippi because I was in LA and was dating a bozo, moved to Atlanta with him, and then left the bozo because he was a bozo and moved back to Mississippi. So that's kind of where I've been since. And my goal is to move back to LA, of course.
So this person that she's calling a bum, keep in mind, it's quite understandable that she would be beefing with PJ Washington, right? Is it justified? I'm not saying that, but is it understandable? Okay, he left her, he cheated on her, he left her, and then he's got a new family, he's got a new wife, so he married one that he didn't marry her, and now she feels like, oh, he's not doing what he should for his kid, which how much should he do? Who knows, right? That's understandable. Kevin Gates, he has taken sneak disses towards her. He did have her completely change her perception, everything about Brittany Renner, which was her appearance. He cloaked that, or she chose to cloak that because that's what he wanted. So she completely changes, and he took some shots at her after that as well, and it's understandable she would have some beef with him. Public figure as well. But the most recent guy, he was not a public figure, and she decided to take shots at him and call him a bum for what reason? Now keep in mind, this is the same guy that she was doing Bible prayers before they were doing a podcast together.
Okay. God, please guide our voices. Let nothing that we've been through be in vain, and that whoever needs to hear whatever needs to be shared through us, through the wisdom that you've gifted us, please use us, speak through us, and may our voices, may this video reach the people that need it the most. You know our intentions, cleanse our hearts, purify whatever feelings that are coming up so we can convey whatever messages you would like to use through us. Protect us through this process and just guide us.
So here you have A1, like she's got to get an Oscar performance. If there's anybody that can learn from this level of LARP, anybody can learn from this level of LARP. Like she dives head first in, like she got the whole niqab and everything, and she turned silent from being one of the loudest figures overall in hip hop space, or I guess like she was definitely the most outspoken, more outspoken even than like adult actresses that share everything. I would say she's on the same level of outspoken as Selena Powell. Now she's not, engaging in the depravity that Selena Powell was, but here, now she's telling prayers, she's memorizing these Christian prayers before they do a podcast. And her previous man would have only spoken good about her. Like, for example, there is this clip of them in a car, and he would caption it by saying, "Put it on record that I love this woman. Educated, motivated, beautiful, a great mom, and soon to be a great wife. A real one this time." So he was doing the same thing that Partisan Fontaine was doing, which is like, nah, I'm stepping up. Which is like, it's okay, cool. Like that's what he wanted to do. But what changed for that to happen, or for that to not manifest? And we wouldn't get any answers from this Director X feller. We wouldn't get any answers from Brittany other than, oh, well, he was a bum. What does that even mean? I'm moving from LA to Atlanta. And he would finally reply. And he made sure to tag the location. Because as Brittany Renner was on the side of a road, it looks like she was behind some train tracks. It looked very, very humid. She was sweating in the car. You could see the car seat in the back in Mississippi, where she went to rebuild. This guy made sure to tag Barbados and hop in some real water. Now, she's close to the Gulf of Mexico, but he's making sure, he's like, hey, no, this isn't the Gulf of Mexico. We're over here in Barbados. We're in the Caribbean. This water is different. Now, he did make it black and white, so he could have showed how clear and clean that water was. But he would say everything ain't a reason. Yes, it is. Sometimes the ocean reminds you who's in control. Talking some hippie stuff. Thought I was jumping in the Caribbean Sea for a quick swim. The current had other plans. I drifted a little bit further than I expected. I was fighting the water harder than expected. Made it back, but it reminded me of something. Just because the water looks calm doesn't mean it is. On the surface, people can appear one way, but give them the time and space. It only took 2 seconds to feel it. Ooh-wee, you might be on the wrong current. So this is taking shots at her. Now, I don't see any Bible verse here. Like, did this guy LARP Christianity with her? Was this a joint LARP by both of them? Because I would expect some Bible verses on this guy's stuff if he was the guy that made her turn into a Christian. But it seems like he's the guy that just wants to fall back and not be in the center of attention. Like, he doesn't want many comments. He changed his IG. It used to be Director X17. That was his thing. And then now he changed it to his real name. But Brittany Renner's experience with religion, well, she claims that she's not with any religion right now.
Brittany, Jesus loves you and he can heal you. Babe. That's why we both just side. Brittany sides too, but she's behind the camera. I know Jesus is my homeboy. He's your homeboy too. And we're allowed to, have different tools to heal us. Are you still Muslim? I'm not Muslim and I'm not Christian. I don't claim any religion. No religion can claim me. I believe in God, and that is that on that.
Who knows what that even means? We don't know what Brittany Renner believes in. That's it. She doesn't know what she believes in. I mean, she would even talk about her past with religion a couple of weeks before, because this was the most recent mention of it.
Are you still Muslim? No, I'm not on practice anymore. I had to wear cornrows to fit in a hijab, and I'm no longer interested in shrinking myself. I was Muslim for like 10 months, married for 52 days. Actually got baptized in March. I did get baptized, but I just, at this point in stage, like where I'm at right now, I don't really follow any religion. I just don't, like, none of it really calls to me like that. And I think a big part of what people don't understand is when I was Muslim, that I really needed that structure when I was rebuilding my life. I needed that protection. And even with wearing a hijab, I felt like it cloaked me. Like I felt almost invisible. Like when I would wear a hijab in public, it's like, I was like, am I Casper? Can anybody see me here? Hello? So I just felt like being wrapped up, and also knowing that there is so much more to me than my body, but the body's, you know what I'm saying?
So here you could see that she was disturbed by not being recognized. She was like, hey, am I like Casper the Ghost? Is nobody paying attention to me? Oh my God, I'm having a panic attack. Nobody is paying attention to me. Because Brittany Renner, not only did she blow up because of her appearance, but she was always loud too. So she wanted to be seen and she wanted to be heard, not just seen. And I don't know if she wanted to be lusted after. Definitely that's the case, considering she's posting OF content on her her kick streams, like throwing it back, which I'm not playing for you guys. I'm on probation right now. And I don't want to play that for you guys anyway. I don't want to be goon baiting people. Get the hell out of here with that. You guys can get enough of that on your own time. But if there's one thing that we know for certain, it's that Brittany Renner has learned nothing in all of her time. Like right now, she's just still exuding some hypocrisy.
Every year I get older, I feel sexier. And I think also too, it's important to note that there's a difference, but like novelty doesn't last. There's always going to be a 20-year-old. That 20-year-old's going to be 30, the 30-year-old's going to be 40, and so on, right? So for me, I find that like with experience, people become more magnetic. And that's the direction that I'm going. The people that I wish to attract in my life are not going to be holding on to what I looked like at 22. Beauty, it opens the door, but substance keeps them in the room.
So here, Brittany Renner is talking about how appearance and things like that don't really matter whilst getting her hair done, and keep in mind, getting her hair done and doing all of this immediately after she was clowned for her appearance in the previous one, saying that she looked rough or any of that, which I think I don't know if it's people going too far. They're making those comments. I didn't make any comments about her appearance. But she says beauty opens the door, substance keeps them in the room. That's what she's learning as she gets older. Well, she hasn't kept anyone. The room is empty. There's nobody in the room. And she's saying she's trying to rebuild financially right now, and she's blowing a bag on the appearance. And, people can use their money the way that they want. And you could say her appearance is very important because she's trying to do things in public and the public sphere. And that's like reinvesting in yourself, if you want to call it that. But the room is empty. And there were athletes that were previously in the room. There were millionaires that were previously in the room. There was this quote unquote bum who was really a guy that's offline, not doing anything, that was in the room, and none of them stayed in the room. And this guy said he was going to marry her. He had the intention to marry her. He was doing all the, Jesus stuff, which I don't know if that was a joint LARP. Like I said earlier, I haven't seen too much of that from that guy. But that guy, he's quite private. And he didn't say anything disrespectful from her. And what we've learned is that every single situation that Brittany Renner has been in with every type of male has resulted in her calling them bums, losers, insulting them, and them moving on happily and not talking about her really. I mean, PJ Washington didn't really want to talk about her. He's never really mentioned her. And Kevin Gates likes the drama, He's a different type of guy, but she knew who the type of guy Kevin Gates was before she even got with him. So the only consistent theme here is that Brittany Renner is self-obsessed, self-absorbed, and very, very hard-headed. Like she's not going to change her opinion about anything. She's not going to listen to anybody's outside perspective. She thinks she is right, and she is abrasive, as we're seeing here. And that's great. Why do I say that's great? It's because she's in the perfect career for this. She's a kick streamer now. All of those traits and qualities, oh man, that is what works on live stream, especially if you're on Kick. So she's going to make a bag out of this. But if she's trying to get her life together and get married and have like this happily ever after, oh, you're going down the wrong path. But I don't think that's what she really wants. I think right now she's getting what she really wants, which is the conflict, people talking about her. Now she goes back and forth with them. Her appearance is everywhere now again, and she can make money. And that will be the foreseeable future for her. I do think we will eventually get to a mental breakdown, as we do with nearly every Kick streamer, or just streamers in general. They will have a mental breakdown because that career is brutal on some people's mental health. But we will be there to cover it, because if somebody told this to Brittany Renner, would she listen? Absolutely not. She would think that, nah, I can handle this. I'm fine. I've had social media in a chokehold since I was 20 years old. And that's for sure. People are watching her. Like she said, she's not Casper the Ghost anymore, like she was when she had that niqab on and people weren't paying attention to her. But you might be Bozo the Clown, which everyone's paying attention to, but throwing things at. So which one would you rather be? Well, we're going to find out. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.